What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Friday. We got a big 14-game slate here tonight, and a lot of good pitching options here. Hopefully, we can have a better night with these plays. Yesterday, didn't really go my way. Nothing really seemed to work out outside of Verlander. So let's see if we can have a bounce back night here on this slate. Like I said, I like the pitching options. A good amount of different ways you can go with it, so the ownership should be pretty spread out. But I got my money six for you. 2 pitchers, 3 hitters, and a value, guys. So let's see if we can get some good luck here tonight. Be sure to drop a like in the video before we get going. Let's try to get over 80 likes on this one. So like I said, I apologize for yesterday's video. Pretty bad plays, but let's just get into it, though. My first guy is going to be Lance McCullers at 11,900. I mentioned yesterday with Verlander, this White Sox lineup does strike out a lot. I believe Verlander got 10 Ks yesterday against them, and McCullers is another guy with good strikeout ability. He is around a 25% K rate this year, and recently it's been a little bit higher as well, 7 Ks, 9 Ks, and 9 Ks in the last 3 outings. So he's been very safe and consistent the last 3 with over 20 in each game. And he's been pitching better at home. And I believe last year he pitched a lot better at home as well. So he has a 192 batting average allowed at home and a 2.66 ERA here. So if he was more comfortable at home, I think he has a good shot here against this White Sox lineup to reach that upside, like I mentioned, with the strikeouts, really get to around like 25 to 30 DraftKings points, and hopefully he can be in line for the win because the White Sox pitcher isn't very good. So Lance McCullers, go ahead and lock him in there as your first guy. And for my second guy, I'm going to go with Zach Godley. He is a little bit up and down, as we've seen this year, but normally when he has a really bad outing, he's going to bounce back. So he got -4 last game against the San Fran lineup that he's been getting killed like every single time against them. So he has an easier task against San Diego. Feels more comfortable against them, it looks like. So if you look here, like I mentioned, -4 against San Fran. Then he had -5 against them. But the games after, he got 24 after the -5. I believe he had another negative. Yeah, -6 against Milwaukee. But then got 22 against Cincinnati. So he's been able to bounce back after bad outings. And he really needs to get it going here against the San Diego lineup that he had a good outing against earlier in the season. He won 5.1 innings and got 8 Ks. So I think he's definitely capable of getting 20-plus DraftKings points. And similar to McCullers, his numbers have been better at home. If you look at the split, 16.9 DK points compared to only 11 on the road. So feeling more comfortable at home. His command is a lot better. If you look at the walks, like 34 compared to 16. It is in less starts, but that's a pretty sizable difference. So Zach Godley here. Against San Diego, we know they strike out a lot. They have a 26% K rate against right-handed pitchers, and they're only projected 3.7 runs. So I like Zach Godley here to get it going in this matchup. So go ahead and lock him in there. So that gets you up to 36.87 remaining per hitter for you to fill it out. And for my first hitter, I'm going to go with Jock Peterson, the guy that's really been surprising people this year. He's kind of changed up his approach at the plate, and the numbers have been great for him, especially recently. He's gotten 2 home runs in the last 3 games, and is having some big outings here. So against a right-handed pitcher, his numbers have been off the what am I trying to say? Off the wall, off the charts. I mean, a 331 ISO and a 413 WOBA against right-handed pitchers. So those are elite numbers, and he's going against Felix Pena, who's been getting hit pretty damn hard against left-handed batters. A small sample size, but still the number is very bad against them. A 411 WOBA and only a 9% K rate versus left-handed batters. So left-handed batters really hitting the ball well against them. And we got some great hitting conditions here in this game. It's going to be 102 degrees and 7-mile-an-hour winds blowing to right field. So I think Jock Peterson and some of these other lefties could have the opportunity of getting a home run in this game. And Jock Peterson should be at the top of the lineup, maybe leading off here in this game. So I like the opportunity here. They're projected around 4.8 runs. Peterson can easily get up to 5 at-bats. Dodgers hitting the ball very well recently. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. And for my second guy, another guy that has great home run ability is Odor at 3,800. He's been hitting the ball better recently. similar to Jock Peterson having a nice little hot stretch like we've seen 9, 7, 24 in 3 out of the last 4, then 9, 17, 9, 14, 15. So he's been killing it recently, and he's going against a right-handed pitcher in Jordan Zimmerman that he has been pretty solid this year, but the guy was very bad last year in 2017. So I think Zimmerman could come down to earth more in this matchup. He's had some easy matchups against some bad lineups, so against a Rangers lineup that has been hitting the ball pretty damn well recently, they do have some good hitters in Odor. One of those guys that's trending up. We know he has good power. Against a right-handed pitcher, just had over a 200 ISO against them last season. And think he can get it done here. Like we know, Zimmerman in his career, not a good strikeout pitcher, has around a 19% K rate throughout his career. And Odor, he's seen him 4 times. Very small sample, but he's 2 for 4 with the home run and no Ks. So that's a good sign for Odor when he's getting the ball in the bat. Normally he can take advantage of it with his power, and he's got the advantage of 13-mile-an-hour winds blowing to right field, so the ball should carry a little bit more for him if he does hit the ball in the air. So at 3,800, guy with good upside, pretty cheap as well considering his home run ability. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. For my third, another guy that hasn't been hitting the ball very well over the whole entire season, but he has been heating up a tiny bit recently. Just in his complete games that he's been playing, he has been kind of in and out of the lineup against the lefties and pinch hitting. But against a right-handed pitcher here, and Dylan Bundy coming off the DL, I think he has an opportunity to getting a home run here. So, like I mentioned, if you look at his complete games recently, 2 for 4 with the home run, 19 DraftKings points. Then he went 1 for 4 with 9 DraftKings points against Chicago, and then 2 for 5 with a home run, good for 23 DraftKings points. 0 for 4 and 1 for 4 in these games. But in the last 3 games, he's gotten us around 9 to 20 DraftKings points. So he has been trending up. Hopefully he can keep that going. Keep the bat a little bit hot against Dylan Bundy, who has been letting up a lot of home runs this season. And he's been getting hit a lot harder, especially against the left-handed batters. I believe the batting average against is up 100 points. So I think Logan Morrison has the opportunity here. He's seen him be a good amount, 5 for 15 with a double and 2 home runs. So he has that extra base ability. And he's a pretty cheap price tag at $3,500 because he's been so bad over the whole entire season. But I think he can get it done here against Dylan Bundy. He could have some rust because he was on the DL for around 2 weeks. So Logan Morrison here. Good spot, I think. I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there to complete the core 5. So you got McCullers, Zach Godley, Logan Morrison, Odor, Jock Peterson. So risky guys, I'd say. They do have some big downside, but this is their price tag considering their upside, because we want to go with that home run ability to reach that upside. One hit with the being a home run that gets us 14 DraftKings points if it's just a solo shot, and that could be good enough to cover for 2 guys if you consider 7 points apiece would still be solid, but just 14 and 2 goose eggs maybe from the other 2 guys wouldn't be that bad if you consider it. But obviously you'd want all of them to hit a home run. But I'm just saying you want to go with that upside, especially with the save option. I think we have a pitcher tonight. But for my value guy, I'm going to go back to Nick Ahmed here, going against the lefty, and Joey Lucchesi, who's been allowing a lot of home runs to right-handed batters. So he's allowing 1.9 home runs per 9. Nick Ahmed's 1 for 2 with the home run against him. Very small sample, but he has the ability. Good power against lefties. We know that his ISO is over 200 against them. Is going to be high in the order, and at 3,200, it's a good price here considering his upside. So another guy that can go deep here in this matchup, and good price tag. So Nick Ahmed, I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there. So like I mentioned, one of these guys I think can just get an extra base hit or a home run in this matchup and to reach that upside. You really want to get that upside because, in baseball, someone could go, maybe someone, one of these top guys, I don't know, Bryce Harper or Alex Bregman goes 2 for 3 with 2 singles. That's only getting your 6 DraftKings points. But if Odor gets a home run or Nick Ahmed gets a home run too, then we're going to be looking very good. So I think one of these guys could go deep. Knock on wood there. But I like the plays a lot. So good upside across the board. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Or if you didn't, then you don't have to run out these plays. But just kind of my thinking on all these guys. I wish you guys the best of luck, though, on this 14-game slate. Be sure to drop a like before you head out if you got anything out of value here, and it really helps me out with these videos. So let's try to get over 80 likes here. Like I said, you're going to hit that subscribe button to get these plays every single day. So good luck tonight, guys. Enjoy your Friday night, and I will see you back here again next time.